Welcome to Yapville. We're your hosts, Taryn and Amanda, taking a deep dive into Reddit's wildest and messiest stories. Along the way, we'll dish out our unsolicited opinions and unfiltered advice.
Whether you're commuting, cleaning, or just kicking back, get ready to laugh, cringe, and maybe even gasp. Don't forget to follow us and rate Yapville wherever you listen to podcasts. It really helps us out.
Now let's get to yapping. Yapville roads, take me home. To the Reddit threads we roam. Messy stories. Episode 15, take me home. Yapville roads. I know you guys all missed the songs in the beginning.
Beautiful.
Welcome back to Yapville, episode 15. We're your hosts, Taryn and Amanda.
Hey, we made it to 15.
So this is the part of the podcast where we yap for the first 20 minutes. If you want to get down to the nitty gritty, the juicy stories, we will have the timestamp in our show notes. Mm-hmm. Amanda, I thought that this episode was going to be like a TikTok funeral in the beginning, but
I mean, it was a TikTok funeral for 14 hours.
Alleged President Donald Trump.
President Trump, please save us.
Allegedly, he's president.
He saved us.
No, he didn't. This is all a bunch of propaganda.
No, for real
Or,
it is.
not a propaganda. This is a publicity stunt.
But also, isn't he not in office until Monday? So I'm confused.
Tomorrow?
So I'm confused how he was even the one to save it.
I don't know.
It's fake news, as Trump would say.
It's fake news. China.
Well,
It's
TikTok's back.
It's all one big publicity stunt because I'm sure he paid off
I'm sure he did.
Bite Music or Bite Dance, whoever they are.
And that's why they're promoting him so hard. Literally, the message that you got on TikTok when it was banned, it said, President Trump's going to save us. And then now when you open up TikTok, it's like, welcome back. It's back thanks to President Trump. It's like, oh, okay, we get it.
Alleged President Trump, I'd like another stimulus check.
Yeah, and I still won't respect you. So
Yeah, so TikTok's back, and I was really sad last night. And then I went to go do my ritual of sitting on the toilet and watching TikTok for 15 minutes before I got into the shower this morning. And I said, oh no, I can't watch TikTok. What do I do now? Even though I've always been an Instagram Reels girly, I saw someone posted on their story, TikTok's back. So I opened up my TikTok app to see if it's back. And who's the first person I see? Kim Kardashian. Try being an influencer for a day.
it's actually sad because yesterday I played The Sims 4. I'm back in my Sims 4 era. I played that from the minute I opened my eyes to the minute I closed my eyes. And nothing around me mattered. Literally, I was in my own little bubble. I did not care about anything. So I didn't even open TikTok once yesterday. So when I didn't get to have any last scrolls or anything. So I was really feeling it this morning. I was like, wait, I didn't even get to scroll anything.
That is really sad. I was like crying over. Well, okay, so Friday night, I went to my friend's house, drank a little, waited till I was sober, and I came home because I like to be home with my cats. But I was in bed scrolling, and I was trying to save my old TikTok videos, download them, save them to my phone, and there was just like videos of my cat Louie who passed away, so I was just in bed sobbing, downloading these videos. I feel like
Yeah, people were saying even with a VPN it wasn't working, so.
I tried to download a VPN, and they all cost money.
Yeah, so it's back, so nothing to worry about. Don't worry, guys, because still doom scroll.
I'm so glad I can doom scroll still, because what else would I do? I have no hobbies. I'm actually getting like into coloring, like really into coloring, and I'm so glad TikTok is back. Dude, I don't know how to cook without TikTok. I don't know how to function in life.
I use TikTok for, like, it's my new search engine. I don't even use
Literally.
Google anymore.
It is and now I'm going to try to become TikTok famous, guys, so go follow me. Terry_green_ and follow me so I can become TikTok famous.
I'm just saying this because I think it's funny. It says snow likely to continue for the next several hours.
Not even snowing.
No snow in sight.
Welcome to upstate New York. I went to go pick up Amanda at her house because I have all-wheel drive, and it's supposed to snow today, and I wanted to chauffeur my little pumpkin so she could be safe.
Well, it says it's in a winter weather advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. 3 to 6 inches. I don't see any snow. So, cool.
I also want to apologize to you guys because I feel like the past 2 episodes, we have literally been falling asleep, especially me. I'm like yawning. But guys,
Me too.
I took my Adderall. I'm here. I took my Adderall at like 1 p.m. I'm going to be up all night, but I took it for you so I can give you the best version of myself.
As I'm yawning.
On microdosed meth.
On FDA approved meth.
What should we talk about?
Oh my god, I watched this crazy movie.
Please tell what it is.
It's called Blink Twice. It was directed by Zoe Kravitz. Channing Tatum is the actor in it. And I was like, oh, he's like in stupid movies. It is fucked up.
What's it called? Blink Twice?
Mm-hmm. It's really fucked up.
And can any of us stream it, or do we need your special website?
Don't expose my secrets. It is on MGM Plus.
I can't buy any more. I have so many.
I think it's on maybe Amazon Prime. I don't know. But so fucked up. Highly recommend if you like really fucked up shit. I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Fucked up in what sense? Like gore?
No.
Are any animals hurt?
No.
Okay.
So it's about this guy who like he's a billionaire and he has a private island. It's like these two girls. I think one of them is maybe from Arrested Development. Remember her with all the freckles? Maybe.
Yeah. I thought you. Yeah, I know.
I think that's one of them. I'm not 100% sure. It looks like her. But there's these two girls and they're like working this event and this billionaire is there. So they're like trying to like small talk with him and then like he invites them to this private island and fucked up shit happens on the island.
It is her. I just looked.
Queen.
Actually, have you ever watched the TV show Search Party?
No.
You need to watch it. Everyone watch Search Party. It's such a good show. It has her and it has John Early in it. Do you know who that is?
No, what's he from?
John Early. I don't really know what he's in. He was on The Characters on Netflix. He had an episode. This guy, do you know who he is? He's so funny. I love him.
Why does he look familiar?
Because he's fucking hilarious. I think he does stand up. But yeah, Search Party, a really good show. Every season's different. It starts out as like this murder mystery and the ending was really disappointing. Like I did not love the third season, but it was such a good show. And it's like just one of those shows I wish I could forget and rewatch.
Yeah, I lied. Animals do get hurt, but they're snakes, so I don't know if that...
It's actually a reptile, Amanda.
Yeah, so that's it though. That's the only movie I really watched. I started watching, don't get excited when I say this, I started watching Yellow Jackets, but I made 15 minutes into the first episode, so...
What happened?
It kept buffering. Got annoyed.
What are you watching it on?
Solar Movies.
It's on Netflix and Paramount.
I don't pay for any subscriptions.
Okay, well, you can have my Netflix login information because it is dire that you watch this.
I know.
So many people have my Paramount login, like Alyssa, Colin's sister Elena, because I'm like, you guys all need to watch Yellow Jackets.
I think Netflix is cracking down on people sharing accounts, though.
You're right. You can't, but you can use my Paramount, which actually has all the seasons on it. I think it's Paramount or Showtime. It's one of those.
But yeah, I haven't really done shit. I went back to work. Oh, it is snowing. I went back to work. It was fine. My work week went by really fucking quick. I've just been in my Sims bubble. I'm literally sitting here right now thinking to myself, I can't wait to play The Sims.
That's so funny. And we have to record 2 episodes today.
Oh, boy. Oh, brother.
Well, we're off tomorrow, so.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
I've been getting so into coloring that I just want to order more books.
I love
and
coloring.
Get this marker set. It's like $100.
What do you prefer to color with? I love coloring with colored pencils.
Have you ever used alcohol markers?
No.
Okay, we will color a page together after this because they're game changing.
What are you coloring? Do you have like adult coloring books? Because I use adult coloring books. I love. It's so satisfying.
Well, Amanda, there's a whole coloring community. My coworker, shout out Dale, got me back into it because
Cute and groovy. That's cute.
This one is called Cute and Groovy, bold, easy coloring book, and it's just like all these bold things.
Oh, I love that.
And they have ones that are more intricate, more detailed. Thank God TikTok's back. I follow all these people who color and like I'm like, oh my God. Our friend Nikki, shout out Nikki, sent me these Reddit pages with people coloring and I'm just like, okay, I feel awful about myself.
Oh, that's so cute. Are those alcohol markers?
Yeah.
They look like actual like
Paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love them. It's fun. I did this one last night. This is like my New Year's resolution.
I love coloring. It's so satisfying and relaxing, and I have an adult coloring book that I was trying to fill all the pages. Adult coloring book pages are like insane.
I know. I don't really I like the alcohol markers. I have a few adult coloring books that I'm going to try to fill in with my alcohol markers, but you have to be like, the ones I'm going to buy myself, I'm asking for them for my anniversary, but I want books too. So the ones I'm going to get have like paint tips, I think. I don't know. I'm really excited.
That is exciting. I love coloring too.
I also kind of have like a new goal. I want to start reading so I can. This is so pathetic as a 33-year-old, but I want to start reading so I can talk to people and not sound like a moron.
Me too. I'm so sick of like, and like I just am not intricate.
Me either.
I'm so jealous of people that like sound so smooth and intricate when they talk. Like me, I'm like, the words just like don't come out.
So that's my new goal. I don't know.
But
why I
you
just
do
went like
sound
this.
intricate. Like
Yeah, and you sound intricate to me. So
okay,
maybe we're our own worst
no,
enemy.
girl, I sound like fucking a 50-year-old at a bar having a conversation.
You guys, you should see. We're kind of like. Well, okay, I'll finish what I was saying. I'm gonna read autobiography books because I can't get behind fantasy. I just can't. I can definitely try to read them, but so if you guys have any good autobiography,
Like you want nonfiction.
yes, I love listening to people talk about themselves. Of course, I've read books, and they're all like these problematic people now. Like Chelsea Handler, I read a bunch of her books. I read Shaden Dawson's book, and then I read Jeanette McCurdy's book, and I mean, this is all years ago. Jeanette McCurdy was last year. But so any good autobiographies? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, guys. But what were we? My brain doesn't retain anything.
Me either.
Okay, speaking of recording 2 episodes today, we have really good news for you guys. The process of us filming is getting there. We have all of our lights. Amanda has a really great camera we're going to use that is currently charging. We were like, fingers crossed it's not broken because she hasn't touched it in a few years. So, I think, no promises, episode 16 will not be a recorded episode, but episode 17 might be a recorded episode. Might come out a few days late because we're going to have to learn how to edit and all that good stuff for, you know, visuals. What is it called? Audio versus video?
Yeah.
See, this is why I need to read more books. So, we're hoping episode 17 is going to be a video. Obviously, we'll still be on all the podcast platforms, but we need to get ourselves out there on video so we can post on TikTok and YouTube and get people looking at our faces. I wish you guys could see how cute my fucking cat is right now. And even better news, guys, we might have our own pod loft.
Yeah, my upstairs, but I still am living out of boxes.
One day at a time. I have the winter blues so bad.
I just don't want to do anything.
I don't want to do anything.
It's awful. I don't do anything ever. I just want to stay in my little PC and play my little cozy games and be in my little comfort bubble and not have to worry about the world around me.
Same. It's like my little cozy coloring books. I'm going to try to color and walk at the same time. I think that would be difficult, but
It probably will be. Just get like toddler coloring books where like it's really like you can't fuck it up.
What I have. It's
No.
the Coco Wayo coloring books. Well, I have one.
Get like the Hello Kitty coloring books. Those ones are so cute.
Which ones?
Hello Kitty. Did you see? Speaking of coloring books, you know who Melanie Martinez is?
Oh yes, I did see that.
Did you see her coloring book?
Yeah, all the controversy around it.
It is gross.
Two of the pictures are really weird.
The wolf one where the wolf is taking the little girl.
And then the little kid in the bathtub.
With the soap in her mouth. Guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, look up Melanie Martinez coloring book.
Melanie Martinez is a music artist. She had like a couple trending songs on TikTok. I don't even know. Right now I have like fucking Paris from the Chainsmokers stuck in my head.
She's gotta do the void. There's no place to... That was a new song, though.
No.
She had Playdate trending on TikTok. Yes, I'm just a Playdate for you. That was trending. It was all the Timothy Chalamet fan edits with him dancing to that.
Oh my god, I saw...
Oh, sorry. Timothy.
I don't know what influencer it was, but they said they know they'll make it when someone makes fan edits of them. Can that be our goal too?
Yeah.
We gotta start recording. Can somebody please, once we start recording, once we have like a couple episodes... I keep saying recording, I meant video recording. Once we have a couple episodes, can someone please make a fan edit of us? Okay, thank you.
Have you ever seen someone eat something that you've never ate before, but then you crave it, even though you've never tasted it?
Oh my God. I was actually thinking about this as a topic for us to talk about.
That's so weird.
Not that, but like, I was going to ask what your current hyperfixation food is. Do you get that? Where you can like,
Wingstop. Always 110%. Always craving Wingstop. There's not a chance. There's not a day I'm not.
So I'm craving things. I won't be satisfied. I'll be hungry until I eat that thing.
No, but lately I've been like a bottomless pit. Like I literally can't stop. It's bad. The other day at work I had 2 bagels. Well, one was really small, but there are 2 bagels from Manhattan Bistro. 1 onion and 1 garlic. And then for lunch.
Yeah, we get bagels from there too. It's really good.
And then, well, one of them was really fucking small. So I was like, I'm just gonna eat it.
Do you get the salt bagel from there?
No.
So good.
That sounds delicious. And then for lunch, I had a bag of popcorn. I had like 5 Andes candies. Like nothing was satisfying me. I could have just kept eating. And it's because I'm like supposed to have my period, but I have an IUD. But I still get all the fucking symptoms of having my period. So what's the point?
Well, yeah, and you need like protein too.
Yeah,
like...
none of that was protein. It was just all carbs. But I can't stop. Nothing. Edwin came home last night with casserole. I ate my entire thing of fajita nachos. And I was like not satisfied.
I hate that.
Anyway, you were saying?
Well, my new hyperfixation food is this tofu salad from a Vietnamese place around here. And it's literally tofu, shredded really thin cabbage, and a couple other things, and like this dressing that the dressing must be like watered down sugar because it's so fucking good. And I just want to start making it at home. I'm going to hold myself accountable here. I've been counting calories for like 2 weeks, and I think I shrunk my stomach, honestly.
Period.
Because even on the days I'm not on, obviously Adderall fucking helps me not be as hungry, but on the days I'm not, I think I'm just very determined and motivated now. Like the more I have this app, I got that scale that tells you the calories on the scale. Mm-hmm. And I have the app for it. The more things I log, the more things I have saved, and I just keep eating those things.
That's smart, yeah.
It's helped me learn portion control, which is great. And maybe I'll lose my 75 pounds in the next year.
Haven't started my quit vaping or 50-pound weight loss goal yet. I was about to quit vaping, but I failed. I was smoking my vape until I was smoking the fucking coil, and it was disgusting, and I just kept doing it because I was like, well, maybe I'll just get so grossed out that like I just won't want it anymore. And then I was like, I need it, I don't care, I need it. And I instantly got happy.
Addictions are hard, and I know nicotine is one of the hardest addictions because my fucking boyfriend is in the process of quitting nicotine. He's gone from smoking cigarettes to vaping to now he's on Zins. And it's not easy for any parties involved. Just kidding. But, well, I don't know. But,
no, it's true. I turn into a fucking bitch when I don't have nicotine. Sorry, Edwin.
I don't think really any drug addiction is my place to talk about, but I'm just trying to talk about addictions in general. And I have a binge eating disorder.
Me fucking too, girl. I get dopamine from food through and
Same.
through.
So I feel like counting calories and like restricting yourself from eating until you're going to explode is so fucking hard because food can be an addiction and you need food to survive at the same time. So it makes it so fucking hard. But these past 2 weeks, I am getting down my routine. It's becoming a little easier. I didn't think I could count calories for more than 2 days because I don't think I've ever gone past 3 days in my life. I've only tried a handful of times. Yeah, it's getting easier.
Good for you. You should be proud.
Thanks.
That's
I've
really
lost
hard.
5 pounds, but
That's
I have
amazing.
70 more to go.
That's amazing.
Guys, and especially like I'm more motivated because I was looking at my old TikTok videos and I was like, oh my God, how did I think I was fat back then? I was so fucking tiny.
I hate that. I wish I could go back to the weight that I thought I was fat at. Like what?
What was that food you saw on Instagram?
Just now where I said... What?
Yeah. Have you never had a food and then you crave it?
Yeah. Boldak noodle. Boldak ramen. That like ramen that's always sold on TikTok. Boldak.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's like really spicy apparently. I've always crave it whenever people eat it. It always looks so delicious.
I always crave those sour candies from TikTok
My mouth
shop.
just got watery.
We should I don't want to make a trauma salad because I'm like too ashamed of my trauma.
No, we should. It's so funny. My
I have
trauma's
stuff-
embarrassing too.
I have stuff I do not want to admit to the internet, but when we start filming ourselves, we need to like eat sour candies.
We need to do TikTok trends. I feel like that's what's gonna make us.
Yes. That'll be so much fun.
I would love the trauma salad. Let's do a trauma salad, but not. We have enough trauma in our life where we don't have to share every traumatic thing. We could just share like the funny ones.
Yeah. I can like the one traumatic thing that I'm embarrassed of, which was completely out of my control and only fucked with my psyche for a year. I won't share that, but I'll share something like around it.
I think that I'm a firm believer in you cope with trauma with comedy. And that's why comedians are always fucked up and they're the most like fucked up people that had like the most traumatic things happen to them because that's how they deal. I feel like all my friends are so funny because they're all traumatized.
It's so true.
The more traumatized you are, the more I'm down to fuck with you because the more personality you'll have. You know, the bitches that have no personality have not gone through shit.
But aren't they so lucky?
They are.
I need to go back to fucking therapy so
Me
bad.
fucking too. Me too.
But anyways, I have so much respect for stand-up comedians because I feel kind of bad for them. I was listening to this podcast, So True, with Caleb Perrin. I fucking love him. But also, wait, you know how like JoJo Siwa's like, what's your dream podcast guest?
Dream guest of my podcast?
My dream guest on Caleb Perrin podcast, I'm probably fucking saying his last name wrong. My dream guest on his podcast is Chris Clemens. And he just had someone on named Chris Fleming, which it was really fucking funny. But I was like, oh my fucking God, it's Chris Clemens. I'm gonna die. This is my like two favorite fucking podcasters. And it wasn't.
That's how I felt when Frenemies was announced.
Oh my God. Anyways, on Caleb's podcast the other day, they were just talking about how it's crazy. There's these comedians who it takes them 20 years to get a special, or, you know, or they could never get a special. It just takes a long time, and they have to drive 4 hours to like a dive bar and have 3 people in their audience. And now with TikTok, there's all these people that like fucking Matt Rife, people who aren't even funny. They rely on the crowd for everything for their stand-up, and they're selling out because people think he's hot and he's not really like...
What, fucking crimson chin?
Fake teeth.
Scary looking.
Yeah. So, one more podcast update. Talk and Talk to It is a legit real podcast. I looked it up. I might have said that. I just fucking love them. And now there's these people who are commentating... Is that a real word?
Commentating?
Yeah. Commentating on Talking Talk to A. So there's
funny.
a Talking Talk to A.
That's funny. Let's make the talking talk to A. Speaking of podcasts and everything, we've talked about her before, Brianna Chicken Fry. Have you seen the stuff with her like ex-best friend?
Hold on,
Grace
wait.
O'Malley?
I haven't, but this reminds me. I didn't know Dave Portnoy was a short... I don't even want to call him a short
No, he's
king.
not a king.
A short little
guy.
minion. And that makes me so happy. But no, I haven't seen anything about that.
Really?
Were those the 2 girls who were on...
They have their own
Barstool?
podcast called Plan Brie.
Oh, that's really good. Wait,
And
what are their names?
Grace
Grace O'Malley?
Grace O'Malley.
I gotta see what
she's
she looks
a queen.
like.
She's like heavier. She's red hair.
Yes. Okay, so what happened with them?
Oh my God. So it came out that like clearly something was up with them because they were never hanging out in the public eye. Like people know. Internet sleuths are crazy. They know everything. So there's a lot of speculation that they weren't friends anymore. Well, it turns out like Zach Bryan said some fucked up shit about Grace.
And did Brie not stand up for her?
Well, yeah, because you know when you're in abusive relationships, you're like, he didn't mean it.
I don't know. If anyone says anything about my friends, I'm like, excuse me? That's just me, though. That's just a Taurus loyalty in me.
So the podcast hadn't been posted in a really long time. So then Grace finally came out and said, I'm stepping away from the podcast, blah, blah, blah. And they made a whole episode because they have their own podcast called BFFs with Dave Portnoy and Brown Chicken Fry and Josh Richards, which are like TikTokers. And they just talk shit about her the entire episode. I can't believe she posted that story because she posted a story saying it was over and didn't talk to anyone about it. Well, now Grace was going on her own, all these other different podcasts being like, they didn't pay me that good. And Dave straight up said how much he paid her. Like, I'm like, this is crazy. Can you do that? Like, can your boss be like, I paid her this much? Like,
yeah, you can.
but anyway, she is now signed to Whitney's Coming podcast.
Ooh.
So yes, and she does stand up.
Good for her. Good for her for fucking sticking up for herself
And she's on
and getting out of
tour.
that.
She's on tour and she's doing stand up and she's really fucking funny. So like, she doesn't need Brianna chicken fry. Like Brianna.
Good.
Brianna was kind of
her.
Brianna was kind of like, you're nothing without me. But
What a nice comeback revenge story.
I know. So she's a queen. Everyone go follow Grace O'Malley and unfollow Brianna chicken fry.
And this just shows you don't have to stay in shitty situations. I could so easily see her being like, well, where would I go? How could I make money when you're in a situation like that? Good for her. That's awesome.
She left Barstool and literally the next day posted that she joined the Whitney's Coming podcast. So
Whitney Cummings, did she end up losing her house in the fires? She had to evacuate, I saw.
I don't know, but you know how annoying it is? We're really yapping this episode. You know how annoying it is? There's some boomers that I know that they talk about the fires and they're like, Kim Kardashian lost her house. Like, how sad is that? I know she's a millionaire, but it's still her house. I'm like, she has like 7 others. Like,
yeah, I do.
Sorry.
No, you finish.
If the fires were going to happen, which are devastating and awful, and I don't think that it should be happening at all, but if it's happening to rich people, like, obviously it's really sad for people that aren't rich and can't rebuild their fucking life and they're still losing their houses in the fires. That's fucking terrible. But if it's these rich people, who cares? I'm sorry.
I feel bad for celebrities. Kim Kardashian, I don't really feel that bad for. I don't even know if she ended up losing her house, but like, say she had like keepsakes from like her dad who passed away.
Yes.
In there.
If it was like her main house, I guess. I mean, I can't fathom having multiple houses, but if it was like her main home, then yeah, it's sad. She has kids. She has devastating, but I still can't help but not feel bad for them.
Yeah, it depends. Like, everyone's like, these are the celebrities. These are the celebrities. I'm like, the fucking people who...
The real people.
The real people who have homes there, who can only live there because their family has had a house there for 50 years. Those people, get those people GoFundMes. All these creators who have, like, these huge audiences, go find the people that need the help. Our generation fixates on destruction, and... that's, I feel like, why we're all so interested in the fires. Like, obviously it's really sad, but I don't know.
But it's also these super out of touch influencers that are at the fucking Tart trip right now in fucking, I don't even know, some fucking Bora Bora or some shit. And their homes are in LA and they're like posting all these Instagram stories of them at the Tart trip. And then the next picture will be, this is how you donate. Next picture, they're in the fucking pool getting drunk. How out of touch are you?
Yeah, it's just being out of touch.
You shouldn't be posting. If you're going to go to the Tart trip, go to the Tart trip and just pretend to be there. Don't post your Instagram stories of donate here, pictures of firefighters, and then you laying on a beach. That is insane.
You know what? I almost wonder if they're in a contract with Tart where they have to post while they're there.
They have to post some content. But they don't need to be posting them drunk in a pool. That's not part of the contract.
Yeah.
They have to be posting their, like, products and shit.
I shed a few tears over California. It's just so fucking sad. Like, I'm not trying to be like, I live there. That's not what I mean. I have people out there that I love. My uncle's out there. I have a couple of friends that are out there. And I just feel like because it was my home for a year, I mean, my sadness is not like more than Amanda's sadness. Amanda's, just as upset. I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to say. And this is why I need to read books. But I was like, I couldn't sleep for like 2 days.
It's devastating. It's so heartbreaking. I just hate rich people. So that's why I'm saying that about the rich people. I saw an article that a 90-year-old man who lived his whole life in his house got burnt down.
Yeah, and they got rid of all the fire insurance before. That's so insane. It's like just in Florida when they get rid of flood insurance. And this is a great intro into our first ever ad. Live in New York State.
Also, I want to say one more thing about influencers and the fires that I literally can't stand. And this is why I don't use fucking Instagram, because this shit just pisses me off so much. Why are Kylie Jenner and Nepo babies, Alabama Barker, why are they fucking posting GoFundMes?
Oh my God, girl.
Shut up and fucking donate your fucking $50,000 and keep your fucking mouth shut. Why are you sharing GoFundMes and not even, I don't see, Because I'll click on these GoFundMes and I'll like scroll a little bit. I'm
Like
like,
GoFundMe's for them?
no, just GoFundMes. They share other people's GoFundMes.
Like rich people or people who actually need the money?
People that need the money, but they're not donating. You could have hit the goal, right?
Oh, I
Donate.
see.
They don't fucking donate. They just share it. Which, okay, cool. You're spreading awareness of it, but you're a millionaire.
I know. Because that's like them donating $10,000 is like us donating $1.
I hate that. It actually makes me so angry. This is why I hate rich people. And I think we should abolish them.
And it's not influencer rich people. It's people who are actually fucking Kardashian rich.
Yes. People that are getting $15,000 in Instagram posts, I think you could spare a few change to help these people and not just share the fucking... I'm not saying if you're fucking rich, you need to donate to every single GoFundMe that's ever created. But don't share it and not donate. Like, what?
Yeah,
You're
that's
fucking
weird.
Kylie Jenner. Like, I don't what?
All right.
Anyway, the rich. That was my spiel.
All right. Enough of us yapping. Are you ready to get into this week's juicy stories?
I'm ready and sorry about being so heated.
Don't be sorry. You're passionate.
I'm passionate.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, who's that? I'm ready. I'm ready. Wait, who is that? Is that Buck?
You go first this week. Finally, I feel like I've been going first so much.
This first story is coming from Emma the Asshole from Benefit Financial 6333 one day ago. It's titled AITA for wanting to call off my wedding because my fiance's stepmother keeps insisting we're siblings.
What?
So I, 23 female, am engaged to my fiance, Daniel, 24 male. He's a son of a very wealthy businessman, and to be honest, I came from a much more humble background. We met a few years ago at a mutual friend's party and hit it off immediately. We have a ton in common. Same sense of humor, similar values. We're both super family oriented, and we have the same weird taste in music. We even share similar quirks and habits that make us seem like we've known each other forever. Basically, we just click. Here's where the problem starts. Daniel's father remarried a few years ago to a woman named Valerie. She's in her mid-40s, and well, let's just say she's not the nicest person. She's always been kind of cold to me, but I didn't think much of it. A little passive-aggressive here and there, but nothing crazy. However, over the last few months, things have started to get out of hand. Valerie started making these strange comments. Usually when we're alone or in private settings, she has just started implying that Daniel and I are too close for fiancés. The first time she said it, I laughed it off, thinking it was some weird joke. But then it kept happening. She started pushing the idea that Daniel and I are not just fiancé and fiancé, but rather brother and sister, in some kind of spiritual or emotional sense.
What the fuck?
She kept saying, like, quote unquote, it's just like the way real siblings can talk for hours about nothing, or quote unquote, you two look so much alike. I'm surprised you haven't figured out you're actually related. I thought she was just being bizarre, but it kept escalating. At one point, she showed up at one of our gatherings with this family tree thing that supposedly proves Daniel and I could be distant cousins. The family laughed it off, but the whole thing left me feeling unsettled. I'm not sure why she's so obsessed with this narrative, but she even started calling us the twins in front of other people, which made me feel super uncomfortable. I've talked to Daniel about this a few times, and he thinks I'm overthinking it. That Valerie is just trying to get under my skin, but at this point, I'm not too sure. I feel like Valerie is intentionally trying to paint us as siblings and make me feel uncomfortable to undermine our relationship. And it's really starting to mess with my head. We're supposed to get married in a few months, but now I'm seriously considering calling it off. I don't know if I can marry into a family that has this kind of weird, toxic dynamic. I don't want to feel like a part of a twisted narrative that's being forced on us. Daniel says I'm letting Valerie win by even thinking about this, but it's messing with my head so much that I don't know if I can go through with it. So, am I the asshole for thinking about calling off my wedding because of Valerie's insistence that Daniel and I are siblings, or should I just brush it off like Daniel wants? Or is this a sign that something deeper is wrong here? All right.
I just feel like the aunt's being a bully.
It's a stepmom.
The stepmom is Valerie. I just feel like she's being a bully. She's just trying to make her feel embarrassed and like weird.
I agree, and I think maybe she's jealous because your significant other is supposed to be your best friend and your life partner. Why would you not want to be able to have conversations for hours with them.
Yeah, maybe she is just jealous of their love.
I understand OP not wanting to marry into the family. I wonder if I wonder if his mom's in the picture and how what their relationship looks like. I'm wondering what like other people in the family think of Valerie. Is she persistent just with OP, or is she singling OP out, or does she treat other people like this? Does Daniel have siblings? I feel like we need to know more about the family.
Everyone in the comments is just saying that Valerie has an incest fetish and that they should call her out, being like, it's enough with your incest fetish.
That would be so funny.
Someone said to send a Valentine's Day card and an Easter card, a Christmas card, Mother's Day card, etc. with DNA tests from Daniel and her saying to set you free from your incest fetish.
That would be amazing. All right, there are quite a few edits. First edit. Just to clarify, we're definitely not siblings, nor related in any way, shape, or form. Valerie has no evidence or reason to believe this. It's just all her weird fixation. Bill and I are both adamant about not being related in any way. We've been to family gatherings and nobody in the family has mentioned this before. But Valerie is definitely the only one who keeps pushing this narrative. Edit number 2. For those who are saying that I should not let this ruin my marriage, something that I forgot to add in this post was that she brings it up constantly. In family group chats, social situations, even in front of every child in this family. In public, when she brings it up, me and my fiance get weird looks, and even the children of the family have been asking if me and Daniel are actually brother and sister or not, which, having to explain to a child that it's just the family's sense of humor doesn't cut it. I've tried avoiding her, but Daniel's father claims it's me being sensitive and cruel. But I have actually lost sleep over this. Daniel told me a few days ago to just ignore it, and it's a funny joke, but when you become the butt of the joke, it's not funny anymore. His mother-in-law has even met my family and questioned them about whether they have any distant family when we were looking at my wedding dress.
Oh my God.
And to me, that's where it went too far. I love my fiance with every fiber of my being, but he isn't defending me at all when I tell him that bringing up the fact that me and my fiance could be in an incestuous relationship makes me uncomfortable. I feel completely alone on this, and I don't want to think about ruining our soon-to-be marriage, but I have considered it. Will I ultimately choose that? No, but I don't know if I want to be with somebody who completely undermines my feelings for the sake of his mother-in-law. Does not have mine nor his best interest at heart. I will bring this up to him later today or at a later date. I'll keep you posted. Yeah, this is weird.
The fact that she's bringing it up constantly, if it was 1 or 2 jabs, I'd be like, this is weird. But she's bringing it up constantly. Okay, bitch, you're fucking weird. Like, in front of children? And the other girl's family? The girl's family? That's insane. I really think that she really thinks that they're cousins or something. Like, I don't think it's a joke. For no reason.
I feel like she should just bite the bullet, get a DNA test, and show her to get her to shut up. But she probably wouldn't even believe them. Why is nobody on this girl's side? Why is the whole family saying she's being emotional over it? Because it does suck when you're the fucking butt of a joke. I'm so petty, I would just make a joke about the stepmom and be, like, persistent and not shut the fuck up about it.
That's what people were saying, to be like, oh, okay, we get it, Valerie. You have an incest fetish. Haha, we get it. Like, I don't know, because my family was really jokey growing up. Like, that's how they showed their love, was that they'd poke fun at you.
But enough is enough.
Right, this is a weird one.
Has she?
Weird.
I mean, everyone knows how she feels, it sounds, from the post.
Yeah, she's clearly not comfortable with it, so fucking stop. What's the problem?
One of the comments says, give her a dose of her own medicine. Every time she brings this up, just say, Valerie, are you off your meds again? And then laugh like it's a joke. If anyone says anything to you, just say it's a joke. See how she likes it.
Right, exactly.
This is another comment. People who try to humiliate others tend to be particularly vulnerable to humiliation in return. The incest fetish is a great line. Yeah, I mean, every petty bone in my body is saying, make her uncomfortable and start making jokes. Make her feel just as uncomfortable as she makes you feel. This is a top comment. Whenever she starts talking like this, look really uncomfortable, look away, and then loudly say, Valerie, I have asked you repeatedly to stop speaking to me about your incest fetish. It makes me and everyone else really uncomfortable. And quickly walk away while looking behind you to make sure she isn't following you. She will look like a psycho, no matter what she says or what anyone does after that. Yeah, everyone's essentially saying the same thing. Keep embarrassing her. But this is the last and final edit on this post. A lot of you have a point. I don't think my fiance is a red flag, though. I'm assuming that is just how he and his family joke with each other. And since I'm not really the joking type, maybe I just don't understand it. But you are more the one understanding comments, which a lot of others are not. And they just don't see how this affected me and my strained relationship with my soon-to-be family. I tried cutting off the mother-in-law, but my fiancé and his father convinced me not to. And so it feels like I simply can't win in this situation. I texted my fiancé about this post and the comments, and he told me if I bring it up again, he will just remove me from the family group chat entirely. I feel like he is mad at me, which maybe I've overreacted. But I'm not really the confrontational type, and he knows that, and it's his family. Since I am a soon-to-be wife, he should be understanding of that and of my boundaries. But he shuts me down each time, and I kind of feel like I'm the asshole now for making it such a big deal. He wants me to apologize to his family for the sake of peace and just to go along with it in the sake of good fun. But doing that makes me feel like I am pushing aside my own feelings for the matter of sake of a weird joke the mother-in-law made. Should I apologize or should I stand my ground? It feels like the latter to me.
Do not apologize.
Stand your ground. It feels weird for a joke to get this bad, but it's clearly making you really uncomfortable. You've mentioned it multiple times to your fiance, and he does not want to, stick up for you. I honestly would question marrying him.
I would think I would too at this point.
Is this the only thing that he won't, listen to you?
Him saying you have to apologize is crazy when all you were saying is how you were uncomfortable with something. Why should she have to apologize? For saying she was uncomfortable? And making a Reddit post where everyone's anonymous?
It's crazy. I
would question marrying him too, I think.
I think OP needs
to leave him.
I think they need either a counselor and OP needs to maybe step back for a minute and kind of really think what she's doing. OP needs to step back and look at the big picture. Her feelings are completely valid and they matter. How has he acted? We're missing too much. Does he have a mom? And I wonder how his mom feels about the fiance or the stepmom, mother-in-law. It's just so strange. This reminds me of the movie Ready or Not, which is a really good movie I recommend to you guys, but it's this weird rich family and she doesn't know any of the family secrets until she's the night of her wedding. It's like a revenge movie. It's awesome. But I don't know. I would definitely, or depending on how soon the marriage is, just be listen, I want counseling. Push the marriage back. Sounds like his family's rich, so who the fuck cares if you lose deposits? Assuming they're paying for it.
I don't know. You should leave him. Dump him.
Well, she said she loves her fiance with every fiber of her being.
Yeah.
They can talk for hours. They're really close. I think it's worth going to a counselor and trying to work it out, but he needs to be considerate of her feelings. You cannot marry someone who's not considerate of your feelings.
Yeah, they could talk for hours, but he can't hear her out on this thing, so...
It's true.
And it's something small. Can your aunt stop saying that we're cousins?
Can you stop saying that it's their aunt?
Oh my god, why do I keep calling her the aunt?
Just kidding.
So, all in all, OP is not the asshole.
OP, you're 100% not the asshole. Stick to your guns, girly.
Queen. And stand up for yourself. Do not apologize.
Never apologize. Never back down. Be persistent, OP. I want to get an update on this story and see if they end up getting married. And this is while they're engaged. Imagine how different their life will be when they're married. Is he going to not consider her feelings in anything? You know what I mean? If he's starting to show his true colors right before the wedding, what's it going to be like after they're married?
I feel like that happens a lot. People will show their true colors before a marriage. And it's the true test of, do you think this could last? Obviously, I know I'm trying to be funny when I say leave him, dump him. Obviously, if you love him, you'll make it work. But he really needs to respect your feelings because this is something so small. What will happen if it's something bigger?
That's exactly how I feel. You should be able to stick up your fucking stepmom. How long has this woman even been in your life? She could have been his stepmom for 5 years. If your fucking fiance can't stick up for you against his mother-in-law, then he's a pussy-ass bitch.
Right.
What does she have that,
over? I'm just confused over, such a simple thing. Hey, could you not say we're related? It's making my fiance uncomfortable. That's all you have to say.
All right, moving on to the next story. What do you got for us, Amanda?
Okay, I have one coming from Am I the asshole? It was posted 40 days ago. Am I the asshole for being disgusted because my girlfriend doesn't wash her hair for weeks?
Such a man question.
Really? I understand this is a very sensitive subject, and I want to preface this by saying I am approaching this as delicately as possible. Any ignorance on my part is not malicious, but simply because I don't know. I, 28 male, was in a long-distance relationship with my girlfriend, 25 female, for several months before we decided to take the plunge and move in together. She now lives with me. Before she lived with me, we would only visit each other one weekend every month, but we called and texted every day. She moved in with me about 6 weeks ago. For relevant context, I am white and my girlfriend is black. We live a very active lifestyle and we regularly work out, hike, bike, etc. I started to notice that after she would work out and shower, her hair would not be wet and still in braids. I have a sister and I know women don't always wash their hair every day, so I figured it was that. But then I noticed she didn't wash her hair the next week either. Her hair is absolutely beautiful and I love her curls. Whenever I got near her head, I could smell that her scalp and hair were dirty and unclean. I personally am very sensitive about smells, especially the smell of dirty scalp. I have to wash my hair 1 to 2 days because I cannot stand the smell of the buildup. Time passed and it had been weeks since my girlfriend had washed her hair, and while it might be mean to say, I was honestly disgusted. The smell was really bothering me, and I brought up the issue to her, which caused her to fly off the handle. Granted, I might have gone about it the best way. I basically asked her point blank when was the last time she washed her hair, and it kind of smells bad. She looked at me like I was insane and immediately called me racist and ignorant. She informed me black women's hair is different and doesn't require frequent washing because it can dry out and damage the follicles. I told her I understand hair care for black women is different, but that doesn't mean her scalp or hair magically stays clean and doesn't smell after not washing out the dirt, sweat, and oils and build up for weeks. This led to her calling me a dumb fucking racist, and she kept repeating how ignorant and stupid I am. This really cut me deep because I do not believe I am racist. All racists say that. Ignorant is fair because that is true. I grew up in a predominantly white area, and my past girlfriends have all been exclusively white or Asian with straight hair texture. I had no exposure. I don't see why a white guy not knowing about black women hair care is racist. Things with my girlfriend are tense. She's been washing her hair every day and saying she will blame me for how damaged her hair becomes because I have made her so insecure about the smell. I've apologized profusely, but things aren't well. I guess I just want an outside perspective. For her to be washing it every day, how long is that taking?
I don't know.
I have to like section it and like wash different, I watch it on TikTok. Wash different sections and then to dry it?
Yeah, her feelings being hurt is totally valid. I do feel like it's ignorant. There is an edit here. It says edit for clarity, she did not wash her hair for 5 weeks. This past week, she has been washing it every day.
So people in the comments, they're saying like black girl here, depending on her hair type, yes, hair care is very different. But 4A to 4C hair is washed every 2 weeks and once every 3 weeks in braids. Also, you use different moisturizers that can smell strange if you're not used to it. I don't doubt that maybe her hair was smelly considering your active lifestyle, but the way you went about it was wrong.
Yeah.
Also, if you can't handle someone not washing their hair for 3 weeks, especially in braids, then don't date black girls. Our hair doesn't need to be washed as often. I also hope she stops washing it every day because that's not going to end well. Someone said it might not be a foul smell. It just might not be a smell that OP is used to. Because it's true, people that have their hair in braids use like oils and stuff on their scalp to like clean their scalp and like make it so it's not dry because they're not like washing it as often. So maybe the oils could be smelly.
I don't know.
Your hair shouldn't smell foul. Ever. Yeah, even if you don't wash it for a fucking month, it shouldn't be foul smelling.
Yeah. I want to see if there's any updates from OP because
there's edits, I think. I think a lot of POC have experienced a lot of white people saying that what they're doing / eating is gross or disgusting. That includes hair product, ethnic food, and cultural practices. So that's probably why, like, she immediately said you're racist. Because, I mean, it's true.
I feel like OP should have come to Reddit or done a little research on his own before approaching her.
Exactly, because just one Google search, I'm sure, would show that, like, black girls are not supposed to wash their hair every day.
No. I'm gonna see what happened. I do think OP's the asshole. Someone is saying he can physically pick up the products in his home and smell them. Like, if there's an honest odor coming from her hair, She can show him the products that determine that and if it's the unpleasant smell or not.
OP posted another edit. And it says, for clarity on the conversation, I did not call her disgusting to her face, but I felt disgusting by the dirty smell and lack of showering for 5 weeks. Okay.
Okay, she showered,
Now
bro.
you're twisting it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
she showered. I said something along the lines of, hey, when was the last time you washed your hair? To be honest, it smells a bit bad, babe. I feel like there's, like, microaggressions here.
Being a person of color, you're constantly having people ask you these questions and saying these things, and people don't take the time, the 5 fucking seconds it takes to Google something to try to figure it out.
Right.
And that is, I'm sure, fucking exhausting. You shouldn't have to spend your life educating people.
No. Us as white people should just do research.
Be educating ourselves.
Learn. I feel like there's some microaggressions here. I can see why she freaked out and called him ignorant and racist. And
it's like, he's your partner. You just moved in together. You would think that he would take 5 seconds to fucking do research and then approach the situation.
yeah, just like a commenter said, if you don't like women that don't wash their hair often, then don't date black girls. Because their hair can't be washed often. So maybe this is just a deal breaker for you.
I hope OP's girlfriend stops washing her hair every day because I don't want it to get ruined.
I know. She should not be doing that because he said something. I feel bad for her. She probably feels insecure about it now.
I would fucking feel insecure. Mm-hmm. And like other people are saying it might be the scent of her products.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I think OP's an asshole for the ignorance.
I mean, it's okay to be open and honest with your partner and be like, hey, so how... I don't even know how you would approach the conversation. How do you wash your hair if it's in braids? Like, I don't...
Yeah, you could ask that.
Something. Instead of... I mean, and also, it's not her fucking job to educate you. So, never mind. Forget all of that. Just fucking open up your phone and ask Google. Or ask ChatGPT. Or open up TikTok.
Yeah, OP, you're the asshole. I hope you make it up to your girlfriend. She deserves better. She deserves someone who fucking gives enough of a shit to do a little research before making themselves sound like a silly goose.
Yeah, not the asshole. Poor girl.
Okay. On to the next story. This one is coming from Am I the Asshole? From username OKCost5184 from 43 minutes ago. AITA for waking my boyfriend up in the middle of the night. I, 20 male, and my boyfriend, 23 male. I work the night shifts, and my boyfriend works the afternoon shifts. Even on my rest days, I usually stay awake at night while my boyfriend is asleep. The reason why I woke him up last night is because he makes noises. He usually doesn't make noise, but the noise he made last night was like a laughing goblin, or someone who's from a horror movie type of laugh. Not a witch laugh, and it scares me. Certainly he doesn't laugh like that. My boyfriend knows that I'm a scaredy cat, and simple noise I hear at home at night scares me. When he woke up, he said that he dreamt of catching a sheep, but they cannot take it home because it's heavy. And then the sheep bit someone's hand. He doesn't know whose it was, and that's why he's laughing. He also said that I should not have woken him up because he's so tired. So am I wrong?
What was the title of this?
The title of this is, Am I the Asshole for Waking Up My Boyfriend in the Middle of the Night? I wake up Colin.
No, not at all. It's
Not
fucking
at
weird.
all. That's scary. I wake up my boyfriend Colin all night. Babe, you're snoring, roll over. Babe, you're snoring, roll
same.
over.
Go on your back. Go on your side. Go on your side. You're snoring on your back. You're snoring on your back.
Oh my God. Colin grinds his teeth. I'm like, wake up, you're grinding your teeth.
Not the asshole at all. If I heard Edwin just randomly start to like giggle or like a laugh while I was trying to fall asleep, I would seriously scream at the top of my lungs that you're not the asshole. That's fucking scary.
That is scary.
Just like a goblin laugh.
That sounds like a horse.
That sounds like a witch laugh, and she said it's not a witch laugh.
Actually, it's he.
Oh, he.
Yeah, who the fuck cares? Wake them up. If they're laughing like a maniac from a scary movie, I almost feel like he's playing a prank on you. Also, that's such a creepy dream.
I know, what the fuck kind of dream? Why is he laughing in it?
And how do you like wake up and know your dream immediately? I feel like it takes me time to remember my dreams.
I feel like I don't really dream anymore.
Oh my God, I dream constantly.
I wonder like what that means. Like why you dream sometimes and why you don't. Why?
Sometimes, you know what I hate is when you dream about working and you're like, I'm not getting paid for this.
Oh my God, I hate that. I used to dream all the time at Sephora. When I worked at Sephora, I would dream about it constantly. And I always dreamt that I was getting shot. And
Oh
I
my
Googled,
God.
literally, I'd always get shot in my dreams. I'm not kidding.
Was this after the...
It was while I was working at Sephora, and
No,
when
but was it before or after there was a shooting in the mall?
before.
Oh my God.
And when I Googled it, it says that you're feeling overwhelmed at work.
I had already like one or two dreams about this new job, and I'm like, I just feel like when you have these intense dreams, you're losing sleep and you're not getting enough sleep and you're just exhausted the next
And you're
day.
like thinking about work subconsciously. It's like, I'm sleeping.
Leave me. There's two PSs. P.S. When someone wakes him up in the middle of his sleep, he gets annoyed as he gets dizzy and his head hurts.
What?
Another edit. This is actually the first time he made a laugh noise while asleep. He mentioned to me before that he had sleep paralysis when he was a kid. I thought that he was experiencing it and I didn't know what to do. I've never had sleep paralysis and they told me that it was really scary. I was told that when someone's snoring, you should wake them up. So yeah, that's what I did, thinking it would be the same. I've had sleep paralysis so many times. I wonder what it's like to get woken up from sleep paralysis.
Yeah, that's true. I never had sleep paralysis. I've said this before. It's like my biggest nightmare because I feel safe when I sleep.
Yeah.
And if I'm not safe to fall asleep, I'm gonna fucking scream.
These comments are ridiculous. Someone said, "You're the asshole. My boyfriend would not be my boyfriend after wake me up like that. I have the hardest time falling asleep, and depending on when I'm woken up, I'm usually up for the day. I do not need any help waking up, so please don't."
Okay, relax.
Someone else said, "I think it's odd that noises scare you, even when you know where they're coming from. You're the asshole for waking up your boyfriend."
Oh my god.
Weird incident, yes. Scary, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I remember one night Colin got so mad at me. I like heard a noise outside, and he wakes up much earlier for me than work, so I'm up later than him. I heard a noise outside, and I ran upstairs to him and woke him up. I'm like, "I don't know what's going on outside. I'm scared." And he was so mad because he had like an interview the next day. He fell right back asleep. He was fine.
You're not the asshole. And fuck everyone saying that this person's an asshole.
I'm commenting, not the asshole.
As you should.
Not the asshole. Wake him up. Make sure he's breathing. Make sure he's not possessed.
Yeah, for real.
That was a nice little lighthearted story. On to the next one.
Okay, this one's coming from Best of Redditor updates. My 21 female boyfriend, 22 male, gets so jealous over his brother's 26 male girlfriend, 28 female, that he cries until he vomits.
What?
That was also so hard to read, I just want to say.
Trigger warning. Obsessive behavior, racism, and emotional infidelity.
My boyfriend Jake and I are high school sweethearts and share an apartment with his brother Finn. Finn has been seeing a woman named Bonnie for the past 3 months. They met over Tinder, and with certain restrictions lifting, they were finally getting to spend time with each other IRL. She's a really great person, and she and Finn are stupidly into each other, like accidentally finishing each other's sentences in love, staring at each other with big gooey eyes in love. It's kind of gross, but kind of sweet. A couple of days ago, I noticed that Jake's been acting weird. He's been a lot quieter and a bit colder to me, going to bed early, getting up late. I tried to kiss him and he turned away. Yesterday when Finn was out, I asked what was up with him. He started off kind of hostile, but when I said that I was really hurt, he blew up. Summarized, he told me that he was rethinking our entire relationship after listening to his brother talk about Bonnie. He said that Bonnie asked for Finn's preference when she cut her hair and didn't get bangs when he said he thought they looked stupid. When I got a pixie cut without asking Jake what he'd think first. He said that Bonnie gave Finn a blowjob every night before bed and one every morning when he woke up. When I don't really like giving oral or receiving. He said I never offered to give him massages or pack his lunch. For clarification, I do things for him all the time, but we've never been lovey-dovey. We don't even celebrate Valentine's Day, his suggestion. We both always agreed it was stupid and unrealistic. In fact, we always used to make fun of people for being sappy and definitely gave Finn hell for a bit over being so gooey. He was crying by the end of it, saying that he felt sick over missing out on someone who would love him that much. I said I love him, but he didn't want to hear it. He started gagging and threw up a little bit because he was crying so hard. I didn't know what else to do, so I got him some water and went to bed. I went to work early. and I've been hanging out at a coffee shop, but I have to go home soon. I have no idea where to go from here or what to say to him. I don't know if we're still together. Help? Just with all of this shit. Now I'm throwing up from crying, girl. I'd be like, ooh, maybe I'm good.
Yeah, that's very icky. That is insane. And don't say your girlfriend doesn't love you. People show love in different ways.
Okay, and also this is a new relationship between Finn and Bonnie.
Yeah.
Girl,
Honeymoon stage.
Of course you're gonna be giving him a blowjob every night and every morning, and of course you're gonna be packing his lunches and massaging him. That'll last for a year tops, and then it's gonna go back to nothing. Like, well, not nothing, but yeah, everything. When you first start a relationship, it's new, it's exciting. You want to do everything with this person, and you want to do everything for them because it's like
you love them,
and it's this new person, and then you start getting used to them, and so. It's not that you don't love them anymore, but it's just, we've done this a million times.
Yeah.
We're with each other constantly.
That is so fucking cringy that he got so upset that he threw up. I'm sorry, I can't get over that.
I know, imagine Colin crying so hard over something like this to the point where he's gagging.
I'd be like...
I literally stand there like an emoji, like...
I would probably laugh at him because that's what I do, because I'm an asshole, but I'd be like... Pull yourself up, man. What are you doing? Get up.
Someone
also,
said...
I would love to know... I'm sorry, okay. I understand having a conversation if you really feel like you're not loved. You need to, like, tell them that, but your partner that, but why don't you take a look in the mirror and see what you do for your partner?
Exactly. Why doesn't she do it for you? The top comment says, in a million years, would I ever be able to look at my partner again if they said something like this to me? I'd be out the door for good. And then someone replied and said... And then started crying so much they threw up. I threw up.
They threw up?
No, thank you. That kind of entitlement and immaturity is a boner killer. Someone said he sounds like the grown-up version of Eric from South Park.
That's so funny.
But there is an update that was posted 3 days later.
Hold on. Can I read this comment before you read the update?
Yeah.
The Adventure Time names are killing me with this one. Love when people pick a theme for their pseudonyms.
I did not even realize they're Adventure Time themed.
Me either, because I don't watch that, but I was like, Finn?
Jake. Finn. Oh my God.
I don't watch that show, but that's funny. That's like another side note. When I eventually can foster and rescue again, I cannot wait to fucking name cats. That's like the best part.
I know.
I would do like, if I had 3 little kittens, I'd do like the Blink-182 kittens, like Mark, Tom, Travis. Like, I think about that stuff all the time.
Do you ever see those like weird pet finder names? They're so funny.
Yeah.
They're like spaghetti noodle.
There was a cat name when I was looking for Lucia, when I was searching for my Siamese rescue on Pet Finder. I found a cat named Taryn, and she had a bonded sister, and I like looked into them, but she had that like wiggly cat disability that made it hard to walk, and I was like, I would have loved her, and I hope she found a great home, but I had just dealt with a cat with IBD and cancer for like years, and I was like, I need healthy cats. Sorry, I got way off topic.
I love the pet. No, it's fine because I want to talk about this. Okay. The Pet Finder animal names are so funny. They're like pencil sharpener, and it's like a fucking Yorkie. Like, what the fuck?
Guys, if I'm ever able to foster again, I need like a bigger house, but if I'm ever able to foster again, I will have the podcast vote on names.
Oh, it's amazing.
I gotta remember that though.
Okay.
All right. Back to the Magic Hour Adventure Time people.
Update 3 days later. Sorry I didn't respond to anyone's comments. I went home after posting, and by the time I logged back on Reddit, the post had been locked. A few of you asked for an update, so here it is. I'm single. Ooh. Yes, queen. I came home and Jake was gone. Oh, Finn was there, and I asked if I could sit down for a bit. He wouldn't give me the exact details, but said that he and Jake had talked while I was out. He also showed me a few text messages to prove it. Apparently, Finn had never shared any details with his brother, but Jake had been able to hear them moan through the walls when Bonnie stayed over.
I wish you could see my face right now.
It wasn't a bro talk or anything, after all. Just the man I thought I was going to marry listening to his brother have sex through the walls. Neat. Ugh. When Finn got home from work, Jake tried joking about it and made comments about Bonnie's race. What? Finn kicked him out, and now Jake is going to be staying with their parents, so I have to pay his share of the rent, too, because Finn refuses to let him in, and Jake refuses to come back. Double neat.
Bye. Jake's still paying his portion of the rent.
Yeah.
I'm not.
How is that your responsibility? Bye. You were just dating him.
His brother's the one that kicked him out. You're responsible for the rent.
Exactly. You were just dating him. You're not part of this family. A few people had questions, so here we go. Did Jake ever mention wanting romantic gestures? No. We actually got together because we were the only goths in school. We bonded about being angsty. We bonded over being against lovey-dovey stuff like that. We grew out of our edgy phase, but yeah. He was always firm. He hated Valentine's Day and women who needed roses and gifts to feel loved.
Well, first of all, he sounds like a loser. Second of all, the goth stage, that reminds me of when Cartman was goth in South Park.
Oh my God. Has he ever done anything like this before? Now that I think about it, yeah. He's thrown tantrums before, but never like this. Things like carry-out orders, forgetting his side dishes, or stores running out of his favorite items always made him really emotional. Okay, he sounds like a fucking child. Why don't you like oral? Bad incident involving Jake's braces left some scarring down there. He liked deep throating. 0 out of 10.
Hold on. I need to read this. What? Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
What?
I feel sorry for Bonnie. I don't want to know any more details about their relationship, but they seem happy. They work at the same high-intensity job, so she packs meal-prepped bento boxes for him and herself. Finn buys her flowers, fixes her car, goes over when spiders go into her apartment. Like I said, they're cute.
Oh, I thought Bonnie lived with them. That makes even more sense. Like, their time together, they're like lovey-dovey.
Yeah. Oh, this is fake. Listen, man, that's your right to believe it. Even I think it's fake, and I'm the one that has to figure out how to ship 200 Funko Pops to my ex. The top comment is, for the Funko Pops, nope, his brother can figure that shit out. That dude is no longer your responsibility. You also don't have to pay double rent. Jake can pay for that rent, pay rent for the place he doesn't live in.
I mean, he's probably not paying rent at his parents. Jake's on the lease. They're all on the lease.
Someone said he had 200 Funko Pops. It was doomed from the start. I have a few Funko Pops, but I haven't gotten one since they were first became popular.
I haven't gotten a Funko Pop since they dumped a bunch of their products into a landfill for no reason instead of giving them out to people. I do have a Captain Spaulding Funko Pop,
That's amazing. I'm jealous of that. I have a bunch of video game ones. So this guy's a fucking weirdo and a fucking creep and a baby because he was listening to his brother have sex with his girlfriend. That's weird.
He's fantasizing about his brother's girlfriend.
That's exactly
without saying it.
Definitely.
He's having fantasies about being in a different relationship. OP, run for the hills.
Well, he thankfully is out, so that'd be a lot easier.
Get away from the brother who wants you to pay for the rent. Get away from the whole damn family.
It'll be easier for you to distance yourself from him when you're not fucking living together. But yeah, I would just fucking leave. You're not bound to this at all. Find a place to go and leave.
If this wasn't from 4 years ago, I would be reaching out to OP and being like, are you on the lease? Because if you're not, run. You can't look at OP's comments. OP, I'm so glad you're single. It's only going to be uphill from here, girl. So for my last story of this episode, it's an update that we have from episode 10, Disney Adults Clothing Optional. It was the story titled, Am I the Asshole for Deciding Not to Travel Because My Wife Made a Reservation for Disney Again? Basically, the short version of it is this couple wasn't well off financially. They finally were, and they go on vacation twice a year, and all vacations for the past 9 vacations were Disney. He told the wife he doesn't want to go to Disney anymore, and she goes, sure, we don't have to go to Disney, but then booked a Disney resort in Hawaii.
Yeah, because he talked about wanting to go to Hawaii or something, and she was like, okay, we can go to Hawaii, and it was a Disney resort in Hawaii.
So this update was December 20th, 2024, a week after. So there's actually 2 updates on this post. The first update is from December 20th, 1 week after the original post. About a week ago, I made a post about an argument my wife Jess and I had. The too long didn't read version of it is Jess loves going to Disney World, and we have gone there for literally every trip during our marriage, which is now at an impressive 9 times. When I asked Jess if we could go somewhere like Hawaii, she suggested Alani, the Disney resort, and I dismissed the idea immediately. This upset Jess. Here's the update. I screwed up. I know most people were giving me not the asshole judgment, but Jess actually showed a great deal of openness to my idea. She took initiative by reserving the hotel because she wanted to be happy. When I said, nope, no Disney, she felt I hadn't put in any effort to taking her feelings into consideration. And she was completely right. I hadn't. It was, in a twisted way, my form of revenge for dragging me to Disney World all those times. In the last post, some people commented about how Alani barely even looks like a Disney resort at all. This is something I should have researched myself before I threw the gauntlet down with Jess. When I looked into it, it looks like a run-of-the-mill Hawaiian resort. In my defense, going to Disney World 9 times kind of made me sensitive. I'm fairly sure that on a Rorschach test, I'd see nothing but mouse ears at this point, but I really should not have jumped to conclusions. A day after I made the post, I approached Jess and apologized. I was wrong. Yes, she might be a Disney adult, but aside from always wanting to go to their theme parks, she's never obnoxious about it. I said, I'm sorry, and asked permission to reserve the hotel again. And Jess responded with what she'd love to go to Alani with me, and when I told her that it's not really all that Disney, Jess said, of course I knew that. I wanted to go because my sister said it was beautiful. I'm a moron. Jess and I have replaned our vacation, and we're super excited to go now. I came to a realization because a lot of people pointed out some things I should have figured out myself. Thank you.
Someone in the comments.
So the top comment after this update. Man, did you get gaslit? 9 fucking vacations in a row to Disney? And did she take any of your feelings into account? Any of those 9 times? Nope. The other commenter said, what do you mean she's never been obnoxious about it? She's dragged you to Disney 9 times in your marriage, ignoring your communication that you wanted to go somewhere else. When you put your foot down, she scheduled the 10th Disney vacation, just at a different Disney location. Is this even OP? Did she tie you up and gag you with Mickey Mouse ears typing on your account? Because her behavior is not okay. And a 10th Disney trip when you said no more Disney is zero compromise on her part. Did you need to be extracted? That's a little rude, that comment, but... Comment 3. This update is actually makes me sad. I'm sure Alani is lovely, but Jess is still not considering her feelings, and you still aren't standing up for yourself. You need to communicate respectfully, calmly, and like adults. Maybe this is a good bridge to less Disney-centric vacations. Maybe not, but unless you communicate your frustrations, you're going to be going to something Disney-themed next time too. All right. So there's another update from January 5th, 2025, nearly 3 weeks later. Hi again, everybody. This situation all started because my wife, Jess, and I had an argument about going on a Disney World vacation again. I didn't want to go because we had already been 9 times. When I suggested Hawaii, Jess made reservations for Alani, which is a Disney-owned resort. I immediately rejected the idea, mistakenly believing it was just another Disney vacation. Eventually, I realized I was wrong and that Alani was perfectly fine. Unfortunately, we will not be going to Alani for our upcoming vacation. A couple of days after Christmas, Jess had a minor car accident. She mistook drive for reverse and backed into our garage door. When I heard the loud bang, I ran outside and found Jess holding her neck in the car. I immediately drove her to the hospital where she had x-rays done. She seemed fine, but the doctor said that based on her symptoms, headache, neck pain, numbness in her fingers, she could have whiplash. Jess and I figured that she would be fine in a couple days, but almost 2 weeks later, she's still complaining about the pain. Yesterday, she approached me saying she wasn't confident she could go to Hawaii in a few months. I asked what she wanted to do.
A few months?
I asked what she wanted to do. While apologizing profusely, she asked me if we could postpone the trip. I responded that she absolutely had nothing to apologize for. After that, she said she felt bad about not being able to go to Hawaii, but she might be able to make it to Disney World.
There's no way. There's just no fucking way.
Oh, this is insane. While I didn't understand at first, she told me it was a very high accessibility and that in the worst case scenario, ECV rentals. She doubts that it will be necessary, but assured me that we could take it easy there. Girl, the place in Hawaii probably has accommodations too. What?
The place in Hawaii is a fucking resort, which is a
Yeah.
lot more relaxing.
She fucking was so mad she backed.
She drove into the garage to go to Disney World, bitch. What?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I know that this isn't the conclusion people here wanted. It's certainly not what I wanted to do with my next vacation, but Jess's health has to come here first. She's faking it, bro.
This man got gaslit to the extreme.
We've made our reservations. It's not where I want to go, but Jess is super happy right now, and that's what matters to me. Thank you all for your input.
Oh. Disney adults are insane. Confirmed. Like, confirmed, bitch.
Bro, you drove into your garage so you could go to Disney.
And it said, I will think I'll be okay enough to go to Hawaii in a few months. I thought it was going to be like a few weeks.
I'd love to know where they live. Like, do they live a plane ride? Is a plane ride to Hawaii closer? Is a plane ride to Florida closer?
That's so fun. But I'll be okay to go to Disney World. Oh.
Disney World's like tons of like walking. Even if you don't go on the rides, you're walking. She's probably gonna go on fucking rides.
So one of the comments says, a resort is indefinitely more relaxing and easier than Disney, even for non-injured people. I think you got played, buddy. Disney adults be scheming. And then someone else said, damn, she's good. A master manipulator. Time to get out, bro. You're going to be miserable the rest of your life.
Someone said she literally did that on purpose, LMAO. You keep getting sucked into it, and you will always be getting sucked into it because you have no backbone. Good luck with the rest of your life. Oh my god, one of the commenters said, sounds like he's the one with a spine problem, not her.
Please. True. I wonder if you could pay to have yourself banned from Disney.
Someone said his best bet is doing something so bad at Disney that he gets kicked out for life and he will never have to go back.
I was just going to say that. Like, I wonder if he could just, like, smoke a cigarette and blow it in all the kids' faces and then they go banned forever.
Someone said, dude should really consider shitting on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
No, they probably wouldn't ban you for that. It's a place where kids are. I'm sure there's shit on those rides sometimes. He should just, like, act like one of those crazy people that has megaphones and being like, the world's ending.
Someone said, a kid I went to high school with was banned from Disney for jumping off the Splash Mountain log ride in the slow part into the water, swimming to the side, climbing out, and kicking over one of the animatronic animals, which I'm sure had to be replaced. I watched it happen in disbelief. I wouldn't do something that risky, but...
I have a fucking giant, massive phobia of animatronics in water. I don't know why.
Like, you're gonna get electrocuted?
No. Just the way they look. Things submerged in water. It's called, like, a certain type of phobia. Like, the Titanic scares me. Any machinery in water. I remember being a kid and going to Disney World and going on the Jaws ride, and I was seriously crying. Not because it was scary, but because just imagine being in the water with that.
I just watched the movie Blended this week. I don't really pay attention. That's why I didn't bring it up. But it's Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, and they go to this resort, and... Adam Sandler's like alone. There's a bunch of like couples around them on like these gondolas, and then he's by himself and there's a crocodile in the water, so he starts freaking the fuck out. And then this guy turns on all the lights. He's like, brother, they're just fake crocodiles. And there's a bunch of fake crocodiles like in the water, and he's like, why would you put these here? It reminded me of that.
I am terrified of it. And this is why TikTok needs to stay, because it knows me and it gets me. Because there was actually a post that was like, do these images scare you? And it was literally...
It was sad.
Everything that I just explained. And like, then you have this phobia. So I read the comments and people were like, yeah, I never knew what this was called. I thought I just was grossed out by it. Yeah, I hate it. Disgusting. I can't even like, that's why I don't think I like the ocean or anything either, because just like thinking about things in water freaks me out.
Oh, me too. I can't go that deep in the ocean. So there's another comment. Sitting on the beach is more strenuous than taking rides at a park. Make it make sense. OP, your wife is being a manipulative jerk. Tell her if she's too hurt for Hawaii, then she's too hurt for a theme park, and you can reschedule when she feels better. I guarantee she will be perfectly fine in a month. Honestly, I've changed my mind. OP, you're the asshole. You're falling for her. You guys deserve each other.
Yeah,
I feel bad, but
he's just like enabling her.
Yeah.
He needs to be like, shut up. He needs to say, shut up. We've had enough Disney.
I was not expecting that update. That is funny.
Fucking insane. Imagine being so passionate about something you back your car into your fucking garage.
Amanda was the one who found the update, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna read it. It's probably not that juicy of an update. And she goes, just read it. I'm so glad I did.
Yeah, that was fucking amazing. Those are my favorite stories so far.
All right, last story. Take it away, Amanda.
Oh, it's a good one too. Last story coming from my recent favorite subreddit, I guess. Best of editor updates.
It really is the best because it gives you all the comments and the lays it all out for you.
Just received an unsolicited spicy photo from an employee, followed with an apology. What next? God. It was originally posted in December 14th. I'm 32, male, the general manager for a corporate franchise breakfast restaurant. It's usually only me and management in-house. I have 2 kitchen managers, but they are more lead cooks than anything. I do all the scheduling, hiring and firing, disciplinary stuff, etc. It is corporate owned. So I have a regional director and there is an HR department at the head office. One of my kitchen employees, she's female, just sent me a picture of her boobies, followed with an apology and saying she won't be coming in tomorrow. What do I do from here? I'm thinking obviously I can call HR Monday morning and report this through them. What do I do beyond that? How do I protect myself fully in the situation? So
I would definitely be calling, I don't know, like, hopefully it was just an accident, but you gotta protect your job. I would tell HR.
It may have been a genuine accident. I've sent people messages meant for others on accident before. These things happen. I would report it to HR immediately, but you do not need to discern whether it was an accident or not.
I would contact HR and say, this probably was an accident, but just to cover yourself, you know?
Yeah. OP responded with, almost certainly an accident, yeah. No sort of inclination of interest otherwise, and she seemed embarrassed into calling out for tomorrow. I don't see the play otherwise.
This reminds me of that time when I sent out a Snapchat and I was in my apartment across the street from Amanda's mom's house when Amanda was still living with her mom. And I was like naked, but I like took a quick Snapchat, just like recording my face. And I didn't realize that my standing mirror was behind me and you could see my ass in the video, but I didn't see my ass in the video and I didn't think about it till after I sent it. I was like, oh my God, I was just standing in front of that mirror naked. And I asked my friends and they were like, no, I didn't see it. And I asked my friend Patrick and he goes, no, I didn't see anything. And then I think like 3 years later, I asked him again. He goes, yeah, I saw. I just didn't want you to feel bad. So fucking funny.
It's so funny to see the girls. They're just like, no, I didn't see anything. And then Patrick, he's like, yeah, I definitely saw it.
I appreciate his honesty years later.
Okay, let's see. There's an update. December 19th, 5 days later. Hello, fellow managers. I made a post a few days ago asking for advice about having received a picture from an employee of her topless, followed by an apology. I got a lot of great responses. Most people saying what I was thinking. Cover yourself and report to HR. A lot of people suggesting I let it go and do nothing besides let the employee know I knew it was an accident and deleted. And then a handful of people who didn't understand why anyone would report that, saying I was a bad person for even thinking it. And a bunch of questions and comments about the boobs themselves, asking to see them, if they were nice, etc., etc.
What?
You know, pretty much par for the course on the internet. Mm-hmm. I feel like I should update you guys. I ended up emailing HR the next morning, letting them know what has happened and asking for advice. This was a Sunday morning. I also sent a text to my HR rep letting them know I had just sent them an email. HR got back to me soon after, and the gist of the email they sent me was, you should meet with the employee in question with a witness and let them know of the possible consequences of their actions. Tell them about the risk of sending pictures like that out to anyone out onto the internet. Remind them that they last forever and that once they are out there, they have no choice over what happens to those pictures, as well with the possible repercussions to the person receiving them. If someone else, like a partner or a boss, sees those pictures in someone's device, let them know you are putting a disciplinary notice in their file to iterate the severity of their action and to let them know that there will be consequences if this is a reoccurrence in the future. In an effort to preserve the integrity of the employee to her
I feel like you're reading the fucking HR manual.
In an effort to preserve the integrity of the employee to her colleagues and in an attempt to alleviate some of the embarrassment of the situation, I didn't want to loop in one of the kitchen managers into the situation, besides the fact they were both male. So I arranged my HR rep to come down and meet with her and me on the first shift back after her weekend. My HR rep is also female, which I feel like was more appropriate than to meet her with another man.
I'm glad they did that because
that's sweet.
That's what I was thinking.
I asked HR to meet with me in the cafe across the street just to avoid any questions from staff or any chance of being overheard. There isn't a lot of space in my tiny office for 3 people, and I didn't want to sit in the dining room and chance being overheard. The employee was admittedly embarrassed, but was very receptive and appreciative of the way we handled it. She was convinced I was letting her go, and we reiterated that we were not, just crossing the T's and dotting the I's. I couldn't not report this, but I also didn't want to loop anyone in she has to work with, hence HR being there. I showed her my phone, reassured her it was deleted right away, not shown to anyone, but that being corporate, I had no choice but to have what happened on paper. She had no issues signing her warning. All in all, it was a good way to bury the hatchet and eliminate awkwardness, and I feel much better knowing the situation is entirely above board. I think everyone else sleeps better at night because of the way it was handled, but let me tell you, I lost sleep about it a few nights. I imagine she must have as well. He seems like a really nice manager.
Yeah, I agree.
And that he really cares.
He could have been a total a-hole about it, especially being someone with authority. Sometimes they think,
And that happens to me. I've sent texts. We've all probably done it. We've all sent texts
Amanda.
that we weren't supposed to. I sent
At our old job can I say what job it
Oh,
was?
yeah, I'd say it. She's not going to listen.
At Sephora, Amanda had screenshotted a text between her and our boss. Amanda and I were supervisors, and then our boss was the manager. She had sent me a screenshot text conversation between her and the manager, but she accidentally sent it to the manager, and the manager just goes, I'm just assuming you didn't mean to send that to me.
No. It was about you. So me and my boss were talking about you, like, having to take time off or calling off or something. You needed to switch shifts or something with somebody, and our manager was saying something about you. So I screenshot it. No, she was going to ask you to come in. She was going to ask you to come in, and I screenshotted it to send it to you. But she also said something about you, too. So I screenshot it and sent it to her. And she said, I'm going to assume that was for Taryn.
Wait, do you still have your text messages with her? We should see if we have that.
Probably.
See if it's under photos. Now I want to know what it was. But, yeah, I think that's great of him. And it was a genuine mistake. I wouldn't even want to go back to work. That's so embarrassing. Sometimes I'm like, if I'm like showering and about to texting someone and like getting ready to shower, I'm always so scared that the camera's going to open and take a picture of me. I think he handled it really well. Getting the HR person to come down who's female, make her feel a little more comfortable.
I don't have any texts past 2019. Yeah, OP, I know you're not asking if you're the asshole, but you're not the asshole. You handled that with class.
Yeah, seriously.
With cluth
and respect
and
to your fucking employees. Like, you should respect your employees. That's awesome. I'm sure you're a great boss.
And I'm sorry, if I was that woman, I would never show my face again.
Me either. I'd be so embarrassed.
I'm so
but,
shocked.
I mean, if you literally have a cool boss like this, then maybe I wouldn't be as embarrassed.
I'd be fucking mortified. And my boss is a woman. I would still never show my face again.
But one comment says, I love the measures you took to prevent embarrassing her and to preserve the relationship. Another person said, I think you handled this perfectly. I love how you took steps to make sure she was more comfortable and not embarrassed and met at another place to preserve her dignity. This is an example of exactly how these situations should be handled. I completely agree.
Someone said call into work the next day. I'd throw myself into the sea or leave for the mountains, never to be seen again.
Me too, definitely.
All right, guys, we did it. We're here. It only took 2.5 hours. Taryn has a lot of editing to do.
Well, me and Amanda are off to get our Chipotle so that we can record episode 16 so that next week we can film and then we have a whole week to edit it. I'm so friggin' excited. But
yay!
Amanda's not. We're going to have to start getting ready. But we love you guys as always. Thank you so much for listening. And we hope you enjoyed the stories. Don't forget to share with a friend. And
we love you.
Leave us some love. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.